at the middle of August this year, I had full shoulder reconstruction surgery. I come home from the hospital with this sling the size of a canoe, and it's worse than I expected. For the first week and a half, I can't really feed myself. I can't wash myself. My family has to do all this for me. I am sleeping on the recliner couch in here. Maybe if I move back a little, I'm sleeping on the recliner couch in kind of an opioid fog in all these weird hours, watching old movies on the Criterion channel. After the first week, I go back to the doctor and they say now I'm allowed to shower. So that's great. And there's like incremental steps. Like eventually I can kind of brush my own hair and I can, take care of myself a little bit. I'm not working at this point, so I don't really have anything to do. And me being me, by the end of week 2, I am fracking bored, you guys. Like I am itchy and wanting to get out of the house. And Andrew and I decide Labor Day weekend, we're going to take a little field trip. And we're going to go to the Berkshires, which is very familiar territory for us. It's not like a big deal. We're not going to go to any tourist attractions or anything like that. We're going to have some lunch and hang out, do a little shopping. Maybe we'll go over to Lenox to that sweater store that I like. And we get in the car and we drive on our back roads and we have lovely conversation as we always do when we're in the car. And we get to Lenox. He drops me off to Great Barrington, rather. He drops me off at the restaurant. I put my name on the list because it's going to take a few minutes, but it's not as crowded as I feared it would be. And he goes to park. And in the interim, I walk along Main Street and do a little recon because there's a couple of shops that I like. There's a cheese shop. There's a couple of houseware shops. And he meets up with me. We have lunch. It's this perfect little place where he can get a Reuben sandwich and I can eat like some quinoa and mushrooms so everybody's happy. And after lunch, we go for this little walk along Main Street. And we go to the cheese shop where we, get some goodies. And we go back to the houseware store where I've been before and told them I'd be back. And I'm planning on getting like some little things. I found these. Do you guys know these exist? You can get bamboo lids that go on like your mason jars to go in the fridge. So I have my eye on a couple of those. And like a postcard, little things. And all of a sudden, Andrew, who is standing next to this very carefully curated display, looks at me and goes, "Do you think we should get some of these plates?" Now, we have kind of refurbished our back deck this year. We hung up some lights like this. And we got a new table and stuff. It's nice out there. So everybody's spending a little more time out there. And he's looking at these beautiful outdoor dishes. The dishes that we have outside dishes that don't break, but they're yellow and green plaid with some orange on them. And we've had them since we moved into the house 25 years ago. We have gotten our money's worth out of these plates. And he goes, "Do you like these?" And they're really beautiful. Like they're kind of off-white and matte and textured. And I go like, "Yeah, okay." And we decide we're going to get 6 plates and 6 salad plates. Like they're way more expensive than our original plates from Target, but we can swing it. It's no big deal. And then he goes, "Do you think we should get some glasses to go with them?" And I go, "Okay," because our glasses are like green stripes and stuff to go with the other plates. Now the salesperson is sort of shadowing us. She sees what's going on here and she's sticking close. And we go to the back of the store and we choose 6 smoky gray double old-fashioned acrylic glasses. And the sales lady says, "Do you have placemats?" Now, at this point, she has dollar signs in her eyes like Bugs Bunny, And Andrew goes, do we have placemats? Which obviously we do because we're not animals. But he looks at the sales lady and he goes, just so you know, my wife right now, he says, she'll say yes to anything because she is going to positively reinforce this behavior because I'm shopping. Like, usually this is my job. I'm going to pick these things. And he's like, should we get this? And should we get this? And the sales lady has sized this whole thing up in like 1 second. And she takes us to this rack, if you know, of Sandy Chilowich placemats. They're fancy. And next thing I know, we are leaving the store with 6 plates, 6 salad plates, 6 old glass, 6 glasses, and 6 Chilowich placemats. We also go to the store in Lenox and get me a new sweater. Come on. And then we go home and I'm unpacking my bag of plates. And I realized, like, I'm doing this with one arm. I've got one arm in the sling, one arm unpacking the plates. And I realized that my serving dishes are green and yellow and orange plaid, which does not go very well with our beautiful new nature-colored matte dishes. And I think maybe I'd like some serving dishes. So I pull out my phone and I start looking, and this is when I see it. Now, I knew that we were buying dishes in a vacation destination town, Labor Day weekend. So I figured we were paying like the sucker tax on these dishes. But I saw the same dishes at Bed Bath & Beyond and at Macy's for like a third of the price. Like, we didn't just pay the asshole tax, we got taken. And Frank Wolfish's daughter does not like that. God knows I enjoy spending money. That's this side. But also, I can't bear to waste $1. And I super can't bear to think I got taken because I got to be the smartest one in the room. And that didn't work. So now I start spiraling. Like, now I am full fucking crazy. And what am I going to do? And should we this? And should we that? And should we, well, maybe if we get more and we kind of amortize the cost, and I can't believe this happened. And finally, Andrew looks at me and goes, do you want to go back to Great Barrington tomorrow and return them? And I think about it for a second, and I realize immediately the answer is no, I do not. Like, not only do I not want to drive an hour and go deal with this and drive an hour back, but also, like, we had this beautiful day together. The sun was sparkling, the sky was sparkling, the sun was shining. It was the two of us together. We went to this place that we love. And the amount that we got taken for, it wasn't terrible. It was only terrible in contrast to how much they were charging for the plates at Macy's. And I think about it for a second. I say no. And he says, then knock it off because you are wrecking it. And I realize he's totally right. Like, I am sucking all the joy out of this. And I take a breath and I finish unpacking our plates and I put them away. I wash them first because, again, we're not animals. And I put them in the cupboard. And what I can tell you is these plates are beautiful. I'm super glad I know it's just stuff, but it's beautiful stuff. And I'm glad we have it. But every time we have off those plates, I'm going to experience all the flavors. A little bit bitter, a little bit salty, but mostly just sweet. Thank you.